And I'm with someone who is very familiar with Crossroads Missions. Dave Shelley is our director of our Crossroads Missions efforts. And Dave, you're one that's a real hands-on type of guy as well, because you go out into the field, you're checking up on things, you're making sure things are happening. And when we raise funds and when you give generously, you can know that the money is being used wisely and it's being checked up on. And Dave, you've just come back from Africa recently. You're actually going again in the next few days. Tell us about the recent project, because we raised funds last fall, people will remember, for the Horn of Africa and the terrible drought happening there. And give us an update from your recent visit.
Yeah, I mean, I've attended a lot of feeding programs in Africa, watching our funds put to use. And it's been a real privilege for me to meet with the people on the ground and see the joy when they get food handed to them when they've been so desperate. And really what we've done is save lives through these efforts. And I brought some pictures back of some of the people that we've interacted with, and
all right,
and of course that's you know, Dadaab and the refugee camp up there, representative of the drought. Here's food that's stacked up and secure before distribution takes place and people gather. This is Ethiopia, where they had a large gathering of people who were being distributed food. I mean, it's done very orderly. There's a young girl who was coming on behalf of her family. Her father had died 7 years ago. Mother was sick. She was the oldest one taking care of her kids, and she's there with an elder from their community so that they make sure that she gets the food. So, and here they are. There's always transport around. They're loading up food and
with
heading
donkeys.
back to and heading back to their community because it's in a central spot. Here we are in Turkana. And these are people that are lined up. Another distribution that we were able to help fund in Kenya, northern Kenya. Here they are. They get, depending on how many children they have, they get a certain ration, and it's maize and beans, and they get some cooking oil. So it's a great event. Long, hot days in Turkana, but you know what? It was just such a blessing to be there and represent Crossroads and Crossroads Missions. We're just really busy doing a lot of work on the ground.
One of the tremendous aspects of when we fundraise through Crossroads Missions, because we're an NGO, non-government organization, and we're able to access grants for matching. And talk about that a bit.
Well, of course, what we always try to do is maximize the funds that we receive. So we will partner, either getting directly with CETA or partner with group together with others to get matching food grants, and we were able to do that, and it was well over $3 million, well over 100,000 people we were able to help in over a dozen different feeding areas. Just a wonderful work, and the people are so grateful that Canadians, Christians, come alongside and serve them. So we've saved lives. It's been really great.
So that's a very recent effort, but even going right to now, what's happening now at Crossroads?
Well, we're extremely busy. You know, this month we've got about a team of 20 people descending on northern Uganda still, where we are. You know, a medical clinic has been built, a school has been built. They're doing an outreach to the community with kind of medical aid for those that are the poorest of the poor. And I mean, those people are from BC to New Brunswick, have joined us and are descending on Uganda, as well as some friends from the States. And they're looking at kind of irrigation. How do we help people grow more crops so they can stand on their own, give them dignity to take care of themselves? Because given the opportunity, people will do that. But it's our investment with them is so vital. We've also got another team of engineers that are headed to Kenya, Turkana, because one of the feeding areas we wanted to look at, you know, we emergency feed when we need to, but we're always looking at, can we help them grow their own food? And so we've got a team of engineers that I'm headed out to join, because we're going to look at, can we provide water so that they can grow their own crops? Because in Turkana and northern Kenya, you know, they're kind of on the edge of drought and starvation many times. So we're always forward looking. And so I'm headed there to kind of help guide that process. So it's lots happening.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Now you use the term the GPS of missions. What does that stand for?
Well, We encourage people, you know, Christ has instructed us to work with the poor and to help the widow and the orphan, and we take that very seriously. But we say GPS because you can either give, pray, or serve. And maybe sometimes you can give and serve, but everybody can pray.
Yeah.
So we encourage people as part of their natural rhythm of life to include the poor, and we are doing that on the ground with Crossroads Missions and the many partners from coast to coast that help us to do that work.
All right. Well, speaking of that, the G in GPS is give, and we want to give an opportunity for you to help out Crossroads Missions and some of these projects we're currently working on. Here's how you can connect with us. You can just write to Crossroads Missions, make checks payable to Crossroads, and make sure it's designated for missions. You can write that to Box 5100, Burlington, Ontario, L7R4M2. Quickest way is always just to pick up the phone or go online. You can call 1-800-265-3100, make your Crossroads Missions gift over the phone, or on the website with a secure online donation. If you go to the missions portion of our website, you can find out more about the projects and how you can give there right online. Dave,
Right.
It's exciting days. You've got to get back on a plane.
Yeah, I do.
And so have a great trip.
Yeah,
Thanks so much for keeping tabs on things and helping the missions projects just run smoothly and efficiently and with integrity.
Yeah, our privilege.
All right.